Ladies and gents, welcome to this video, where we attempt to make history by trying to get the earliest tier 5 possible in Bloons TD Battles 2. I was inspired to make this video because I saw a Reddit post not long ago, where somebody got a tier 5 by round 9. And I thought to myself, well, that's pretty good, but it looks like there could be a lot of optimizing, because for one, this user's playing on In the Wall, and his Ultra Juggernaut placement isn't in a good spot where it would stall the rounds. In case you guys don't know, there's a thing called anti-stalling/stalling in this game, where if you purposely not pop the AI balloons, the normal rounds that are sent out, then the round won't go to the next round until it hits a time limit. So that's why we're on docks, so that we can put our defense at the very back of the track to pop the balloons as late as possible. Or in this case, not have any defense at all, because, well, that's what it's gonna take. We're not going to use any of our money on defense until we absolutely need to, so we're just going to be tanking all the initial first 3 rounds here. And yeah, also in that screenshot, I noticed that he didn't go for any eco at all, just went for pure farms. But you're noticing that I'm sending balloons out, and that's because I think the best way to go is not just farms, but a mix of them, mix eco. So yeah, what you're seeing right now is the very first run of this. Highly unoptimized, but we're going to work on it as it goes. Basically, what my game plan for this one is just space blue eco for round 1. Once round 2 is unlocked, do the space greens, and then keep it at space yellows when they unlock in round 3, while also building 200 farms in the process. And you might notice my loadout is dart, tack, and farm. The dart is pretty obvious. Ultra Juggernaut is the cheapest tier 5 in this game. And of course, farms are obvious to make money, and then sell them later. And then the third tower is tack, because I think that's the cheapest defense that I could use to survive. Because the thing is, you don't want to drop a Dart Monkey right now when you could be building farms. So my thought was that the best third tower would be one that defends these rounds the cheapest, so that I can keep on greeting as much as possible. So yeah, as you see, I've stopped ecoing already before the 2-minute mark. I should note that yes, in the bottom right corner you will see a timer. That is a manual timer I've set because no longer in this game does it show you the in-game clock, which kind of sucks. So yeah, another thing to note is that yes, I am playing against myself. Actually, that's actually not me, not ISAB. But anyways, in this run, I stop at 5200 farms on top of 360 eco. And yes, let's not forget to mention that I am using my boots too, so that, you know, I can greed even more, not have to upgrade my tack if I don't have to. In this run, I believe I got it up to a 101 tack, which will mean when we sell it, we will lose a couple $100, but again, we will work on improvements in the coming runs. Another thing I should mention is that I do upgrade all my 200 farms to 202. In case you don't know, it does make you more money, simply because of that plus 10% sellback. You're essentially spending $450 to increase the sellback of the farms by 600, so you profit 150 off each farm, so there's no reason not to go for it. And yeah, here we go. Looks like the money is pretty close already at the end of round 7. Doesn't look like I'm gonna make it, but yeah, I am getting ready to sell all my farms for the Ultra Juggernaut. And then I realized I blew my load a little bit too early. I'm quite a bit short off of the U-Jug, so it looks like we're gonna have to sell for a round 8 Ultra Juggernaut. Definitely some improvements that could be made there. I ended up getting the U-Jug at exactly 4 minutes and 30 seconds, which was about 17 seconds after round 8 started. So it looks like we have quite a ways to go until we can get one on round 7. So on to the next run. How hard can cutting 17 seconds really be? So in this next run here, we're pretty much doing the exact same thing. We're doing the space blues into space greens into space yellows, but this time, I'm going to send the space yellows for a little bit longer. I did mention last run that I stopped before 2 minutes, but if you do some math here, the space yellow sends take about 84 seconds to pay off, which is about 14 income boosts. And if you take a look at when round 8 started, which was about past 4 minutes and 12 seconds, that means if you want to make the most bang for your buck, you should stop sending at 2 minutes and 36. However, in this run, I don't think I actually did the number crunching on it yet, so I end up stopping pretty early at 2:15. So my approach to optimizing this was largely trial and error, on top of doing a couple basic calculations. So here's another one for ya. It turns out in this run that the 5th farm that I get actually doesn't profit. If you do a little bit of math with the 80% sellback, it takes at least 2 rounds for the 202 farm to pay off. And while I did get it on round 6, I didn't actually upgrade fully to a 200 at the start of round 6, so I didn't get the full bananas from the round, which means I actually lost a bit of money from buying it, $20 to be exact. But anyways, it's about that time in the run again, where we sell our farms to see how close we are to getting it on round 8. And here we go. Sold attack, sold all the farms, and nope, we are short just a little bit. In fact, we get on 418 with exactly $0. So that means we're precisely just 1 income boost off from getting in round 7. So close, yet so far. So somewhere, I either gotta find a way to make $415 more, or find a way to stall the round until 4 minutes and 18 seconds. However, you might notice that in a lot of the runs, the round started before we even popped both the sides balloons. So basically, there's no use to stalling the rounds any longer than we already are doing. However, there was one round that I noticed, round 6, where we actually did pop all the balloons, and then the round started. Which means we could potentially extend that round a little bit longer. However, some bad news, after some testing, I noticed that it actually didn't make a difference. My opponent added a glue on the other side to stall round 6 a little bit longer. And since I didn't have glue, I had to do something weird. I had to drop a 000 dot monkey and sell it, just so that I could turn a blue on that round to a red so that we don't pop it. But if you take a look at the clock, it looks like it basically started on the same time as the other runs, at about 3 minutes 36 seconds, round 7. So unfortunately, our only option now is to make $415 more. So here is run number 3. And I have a different approach this time. I'm gonna try to maximize my eco by, instead of going for space blues, we go for the group reds. On top of that, you might notice that the farm that you drop in round 1 doesn't make money anyways. So there's pretty much no point to really sending space blues if you don't really get your farm any earlier. So yeah, aside from that, my approach is pretty similar to the other one. We do switch to the space greens, we switch to the space yellows, and this time, I did finally do the right thing and stopped ecoing with yellows at about 2 minutes 36. So here goes nothing. We now have 4 200 farms by the end of round 5. I'm gonna obviously have to boost these group of blues here so that I don't lose. And yeah, now we upgrade all the other farms to 202 and just wait it out. One key thing to note here in this run is that I actually don't have a 101 attack. I skipped a little bit further and only went for a 001, which saved me about 45 bucks. And here's the result. We got a boost, of course, for the nasty yellows and pinks. And we should get ready to sell right about now. 4 farms. How much total money do we have? Sell, 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 sell. And looks like we are short $200. If you look closely, exactly 205. So we cut the amount of money that we need in half. That's progress right there. But the question is, how can you optimize this even further? I was kind of curious if marketplaces would work instead of spamming that many 200 farms, because if you do the math, 203 farms are more efficient than 202s. So I thought, what if I got an early marketplace? Maybe the extra money I'd make over those rounds would offset the, the money I'd lose by having to save up that much money in the first place. On top of selling, a 202 farm to get that marketplace. So in this run, I aim to get my marketplace on round 5, and that's exactly what I achieved. I should have mentioned, if I haven't mentioned already, that in case you're wondering, if you boost, your farms don't make more money. Nor does it actually make it faster in the round. I am 97% sure, because I actually did do a lot of runs that weren't shown here. A lot of fails, not calculating lives correctly and losing before getting the U-Jug up. And speaking of losing before U-Jug, well, this run was awfully close. We dropped down to 1 life. 1 life left, folks. Can we get the 1 life clutch? That would be pretty amazing, wouldn't it? Unfortunately, looks like this wasn't very optimal at all. I am well short of U-Jug this time, over 600 bucks, so it's time to think of another idea. At this point, I was kind of out of ideas and almost called it for the day. But then something hit me, and then I realized I never tried this strategy. I basically rewatched my 3rd run of this video over and over, just to analyze the improvements that could be made. And I realized one thing. The 4th 200 banana farm I got made $0 during round 5. So I thought to myself, that's a lot of wasted money. What can I possibly do with that? And well, that's where the marketplace comes into play again. So here was the new plan I came up with. Instead of going for a marketplace super early, like I did in that last run, and that was really inefficient, what if I do it on round 5? So that means only getting 3 farms, and then after the 3rd 200 farm, I upgrade one of them to 203. I did some more number crunching on how much money this would actually make me, and here's what I got. 202 farms make $280 a round, 203 makes $720 per round. So the difference between that is 440 bucks if you do the math. Of course, you have to account for the difference in cost. So the difference between those two farms, of course, is 2,900, basically the upgrade, the cost of the marketplace. 20% of that, aka 80% sellback, is $580. So basically, it takes 1 round plus some change for a marketplace to pay off. And in this challenge I'm trying, it's absolutely worth it. Because if I just get my marketplace at the start of round 6, then well, you could profit up to $300. And that's pretty much the difference we're trying to cover, and then some. However, the biggest question is, can we afford that 2-3 marketplace before round 6? So this run I'm doing here is pretty much the exact same as the third run, with of course the only difference being the round 5, round 6 marketplace. Oh yeah, I was also trying to get away with the 000 tack instead of a 001 to save just, $30 more, but you'll see how that turned out in a bit. So here we go, end of round 5. I'm just going to save up the current cash I have for the 2-3, but it looks like we're going to be slightly off of getting it at the start of round 6. See, we're, one more cycle away. But round 6 starts 3 seconds before I get the money for it. Now, I dropped dangerously low to 12 lives, which is the reason why I had to upgrade to 001, just to be safe. I wanted to see how much I was off, and if I was off by less than $30, then, we would know where the difference is. Simply not buy that upgrade. Yeah, fast forwarding yet again, we're down to 9 lives on round 7. I will have to be sure to boost when those yellows and pinks come, and here we go. Boost, sell the farms because they already made the money for the round. Survive with just 5 lives remaining, and then sell the tech and see how close we are. And verdict, how close are we? Buy it? Oh my god. Would you look at that, guys? Tragic. $36. That's the difference that separates round 7 versus round 8. And yeah, I was devastated because the thing is, even if I didn't buy that 001 tech upgrade, I would have been short $6. But I feel like this is as efficient as I could go, without doing some even more serious number crunching. So I gave it one last run here, and here's how that went. So let's start from the beginning here, and just go in order, step by step of what I do. Gonna, of course, start with group reds all the way. Drop the farm in the middle of round 1. Obviously it makes $0, but, just getting it down ahead of time. The moment round 2 hits, switch to space greens immediately. By the end of round 2, we should have exactly a 2-0 farm. And here's where I think I made up the difference. Watch what I do. I stopped sending space greens for a little bit, just so that I could stack more space yellows at the start of round 3, before the next income boost came. You might ask how much of a difference that makes, and well, if you take a look, space yellows are 1.7, space greens are 1.2, so that little maneuver there got me ahead about 2 eco, because it allowed me to, instead of sending 3-4 sets of greens, send 3-4 sets of yellows. So yeah, the reason why I attempted this in the first place is because I noticed, when looking, at the recordings to see what I was doing wrong, I noticed that the second farm I dropped never made any money on round 3, no matter what time I got in the round. So that's why I thought spending a little bit extra money on those yellows was worth it. And hell, because I knew that the second farm wouldn't make any money this round, I just dropped my tech earlier to save even more lives. And that should hopefully mean I don't have to upgrade that tech to a 001, saving me $30, which means, all I need is $6 more. Can that little maneuver save me $6? Anyways, moving along, we continue to build another 2-0 farm, and we stop the yellow eco at 236, as I mentioned. So that leaves me off at 459 eco. If you compare it to the last run I did, it's a difference of 3 eco. 456 versus 459. So far looking good. We just gotta hope that we didn't spend too much more money than the difference of 3 eco. For the end of round 5 here, I gotta make sure to boost immediately so that I don't lose here. And of course, upgrade that 203 farm immediately. Can never get it at the start of round 6, but that's alright. And yeah, round 6 here, I don't have a boost ready, which means I'm going to leak even more lives. Especially to these yellows. Watch this. Oh yeah, this is not good. 4 lives, 3 lives, uh-oh. Well, how am I going to defeat the yellow and pink wave with only these towers and a boost? Well, the answer is basically that upgrade that we need to get Ultra Juggernaut anyways, which is Juggernaut. We just have to make sure that the Juggernaut doesn't snipe all the red so that the, round 8 doesn't start prematurely. That's basically our win condition here, and here we go. Here come the yellows and pinks. Still gonna boost it, just to be sure, even though Juggernaut probably does enough. Sell the farms, and yeah, we gotta keep those reds alive. And luckily, our Juggernaut bounces the way we want it to and doesn't snipe all the reds. Keeps a few remaining, and watch this. Do we have it? Yes, we do. And look at that, $20. We cleared it by $20, and a mere couple seconds to afford it on round 7. I did not think this was going to be that tight, But I'm honestly glad it's possible, because I would have been really disappointed if the early scene get on was round 8, and we're so close to getting round 7. Perhaps there might be something even more optimal. If any of you are math nerds and want to crunch some crazy numbers, then feel free. Feel free to try yourself and see how much you can clear round 7 by. Because yeah, honestly, that was quite a ride. Definitely had a bit of BT6 flashbacks with this challenge, you know, trying to optimize every little thing possible. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this weird video concept. If you have any crazy challenge ideas like this for Battles 2, then feel free to let me know in the comments, and I'll certainly consider them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.